Good morning. I am Brianna McGreevy, here with Dylan Miller as your MCs. I would now like to introduce our head principal, Mr. Ottobello.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Veterans Day celebration. On behalf of Kaiser High School, I want to thank each of you for being here today, especially our honored guests, the veterans and their families. Today we pause from our daily routines to reflect on the courage of those who have served in the United States Armed Forces. Whether in times of war or peace, you answered the call. You stood watch so that the rest of us could live freely. For that, we owe you not just our gratitude, but our continued commitment to honor your example. To our students, today is an opportunity to learn from the men and women seated among us. They represent the best of what it means to be selfless. Again, to all our veterans and their families, thank you. We are humbled by your service, inspired by your stories, and proud to celebrate you today. A few thank yous that I need to mention for making today's celebration possible. Mrs. Droppelman for the community outreach, Ms. Signs and students for creating the centerpiece that you will see in the cafeteria, Mr. Kyle and students for creating the artwork displayed around the cafeteria and entrance, Mrs. Stephen and students for the food and organizational skills, Mrs. Stanislazic for producing the programs, Mr. Whiteman and students for helping prepare the auditorium and the production of the ceremony, Mr. Perano and students for their technology operations for live streaming today, Mrs. Powell and students for helping with the production of the ceremony and the Wall of Heroes, and a big thank you to Mrs. Dupuy and Mrs. Fike for taking an idea and running with it for the creation and possibility for our Veterans Day ceremony. Let's give all of them a round of applause, please. Again, welcome to Kaiser High School. We appreciate your attendance. We appreciate you being here. And most of all, we appreciate the service of our veterans, of those that can be here and that are here in memory. Welcome to our ceremony.
I would now like to take the moment to introduce the American Legion Honor Guard presentation of colors. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Artillery Honor Guard. Port hard. Right. Hey. Forward hard.
You may now sit.
Good morning, I'm Paige McCoy and this is Isabella Fazalor, and today KHS welcomes you to our Veterans Day service. We gather to give thanks to you, our veterans, our heroes, the reasons that we are here. Veterans Day is observed on November 11th, regardless of the weekday it falls on. The restoration of the observance of Veterans Day to November 11th not only preserves the historical significance of the date, but also helps focus the attention on the important purpose: to celebrate and honor American veterans for their patriotism, love of the country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common goods. Veterans Day is recognized on November 11th because it is the anniversary of the signing of armistice that ended World War I. In 1954, the name of the holiday was changed to Armistice Day to Veterans Day to recognize veterans of all wars.
Veterans Day began as an occasion to reflect upon the heroism of those who died while serving America. This is a time for us to pay our respects to those who have served. For one day, we stand united in respect for you, our veterans. As we gather today, we want all veterans to know that we appreciate your courage, dedication, and sacrifice, not only today, but every day. We thank you for your service, strength, and unwavering commitment to our nation and the freedoms we hold dear. Thank you for the example you set for us all.
We would now like to introduce the What is a Veteran poem that is said by Cora Lingenfelter and Cass McCone.
Hello, me and Cass will be reading the What is a Veteran poem by Father Dennis Edward O'Brien. What is a Veteran poem by Father Dennis Edward O'Brien is a famous tribute to veterans around the world. Father Dennis O'Brien, a Maryknoll priest for 49 years, was born in Dallas, Texas in 1923 and passed away there on August 29, 2002 at the age of 78. After serving as a Marine in World War II, he joined the Maryknoll College and was ordained in 1953. Father Dennis's missionary work took him to East Africa and Mexico, where he founded Pastoral del Amor and other charitable initiatives. He returned to Dallas in 1988 for medical treatment, continuing his pastoral duties locally until his retirement in 2001. His funeral services were held at St. Pius X Church in Dallas, with additional memorials at Maryknoll, New York.
Some veterans bear visible signs of their service: a missing limb, a jagged scar, a certain look in the eye. Others may carry the evidence inside them: a pin holding a bone together, a piece of shrapnel on the leg, or perhaps another sort of inner steel, the soul's ally forged in the refinery of adversity. Except in parades, however, the men and women who have kept America safe wear no badge or emblem. You can't tell a vet just by looking.
What is a vet? He is the cop on the beat who spent 6 months in Saudi Arabia, sweating 2 gallons a day, making sure the armored personnel carriers didn't run out of fuel. He is the Baron Loudmouth, dumber than 5 wooden planks, whose overgrown frat boy behavior is outweighed 100 times in the cosmic scales by 4 hours of exquisite bravery near the 38th parallel. She is the nurse who fought against futility and went to sleep sobbing every night for 2 solid years in Danyang. He is the prisoner of war who went away one person and came back another, or didn't come back at all. He is the Quantico drill instructor who has never seen combat, but has saved countless lives by turning slashy, no-account rednecks and gang members into Marines and teaching them to wash each other's backs. He is the parade-riding legionnaire who pins on his ribbons and medals with a prosthetic hand. He is the career quartermaster who watches the ribbons and medals pass him by.
He is the 3 anonymous heroes in the Tomb of the Unknowns, whose presence at the Arlington National Cemetery must forever preserve the memory of all the anonymous heroes whose valor dies unrecognized, with them on the battlefield or in the ocean some must deep. He is the old guy bagging groceries at the supermarket, palsied now and aggravatingly slow, who helped liberate a Nazi death camp and who wishes all day long that his wife were still alive to hold him when the nightmares come. He is an ordinary and yet an extraordinary human being, a person who offered some of his life's most vital years in the service of his country, who sacrificed his ambitions so others would not have to sacrifice theirs. He is a soldier and a savior and a sword against the darkness, and he is nothing more than the finest, greatest testimony on behalf of the finest, greatest nation ever known. So remember, each time you see someone who has served our country, just lean over and say thank you. That's all most people need, and in most cases it will mean more than any medals they could have been awarded or were awarded. 2 little words mean a lot. Thank you. It is the soldier, not the reporter, who has given us the freedom of the press. It is the soldier, not the poet, who has given us the freedom of speech. It is the soldier, not the campus organizer, who has given us the freedom to demonstrate. It is the soldier who salutes the flag, who serves beneath the flag, and whose coffin is draped by the flag, who allows the protesters to burn the flag. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce Ava Duckworth and Celia Cole with their Military Care Package collection.
Good morning. I'm Ava and this is Celia, and we are representing the Kaiser High School Key Club. Key Club has been participating in the Military Care Package collection drive for the past 4 years. This year's donations included 2,889 items and $264.50. Walmart also donated a $75 gift card and several boxes of items which helped with this year's drive. Greta Kane, CRNP, Medical Director at Proactive Primary Care, leads this project with Kaiser High School Key Club. The insert in your program includes more information that Ms. Kane sent to us about the background of the project. Our project to support our veterans started 4 years ago. We started with a list of needed items from Sergeant First Class York at Fort Gordon, Georgia. We not only collected non-perishable food items, personal care items, sports equipment, games, movies, books, and more, but we also collected and sent emotional support items for our veterans. We make personalized cards during our Key Club meetings each year to send with our donations.
After several years of working with Sergeant First Class Adam York, he completed his years in the U.S. Army and retired. We have transitioned to now working with Chaplain Lee at Fort Detrick in Frederick, Maryland. He has been extremely grateful for the donations. He explained Fort Detrick also has a pretty big after-school program on base for children of the soldiers. Our Key Club students last year also sent many types of balls and sports equipment for the soldiers and their kids. This project has been very close to our hearts. So many students at Kaiser High School have relatives who have either been in the military or are currently serving. The American flag you will see is handmade wooden American flag created by Sergeant First Class Adam York while serving at Fort Gordon, Georgia. This flag is hand-signed by all the U.S. Army soldiers on base that benefited from our donations that year. The soldiers all signed the flag to say thank you to our community for our support. While many of us feel no thanks is needed, as our yearly collection is the very least we can do to support our military. Thank you.
Vice Principal Dupree and Vice Principal Droppelman. And thank you, Mrs. Fike, for setting that up. And thank you all veterans for being here. And thank you to the student body. And a special shout out to Dylan, student body president. I just found out he was nominated to the Merchant Marine Academy. So let's give a hand to Dylan. And I understand there's another student at Kaiser that was nominated to the United States Military Academy at West Point. Would that person be in here?
He's over there.
Where is he?
Ross Hicks right there.
What's his name?
Ross Hicks. Ross Hicks.
Give a hand to Ross. Going to West Point. That's pretty amazing. I learned that Governor Justice appointed 49 students to the military academies, and 2 of them came from little town of Kaiser, West Virginia. Well done, Kaiser. Well done.
Thank you for honoring veterans today with this. It's a pleasure here to speak. November is National Veterans and Military Family Month. We remember veterans all month long during the month of November. It is also Warrior Care Month, where we remember those and serve those who were wounded in combat. And of course, November 11th is Veterans Day, where all veterans organizations far and wide will have a remembrance service and honor those who served in war and in peace. Today, I would like to direct my remark to the students. And I would like to tell the students that veterans from many different walks of life. We come from the small towns, we come from the inner cities, we come from rural America, we come from the overseas American territories and Pacific Islands. Veterans are America. That is a perfect cross-section of what America looks like. Most all veterans will tell you that the military offered them very good opportunities. The military offered us technical training from engineers to infantrymen to riflemen to nuclear engineers, and almost every job you can think of, the military provided excellent technical training. Many members has earned advanced degrees while on active duty. Some of them even master's degrees. I would like to single out one person with us today who, while on active duty in the Air Force, earned his master's degree. This person I'm about to mention also is a Kaiser High School alumni from 1997. This person is in the top 1% of the Air Force enlisted ranks. This person is the senior enlisted person in the Department of War dealing with aviation fuels. And this person works at the Pentagon. I would like to recognize Richard. Stand up and be recognized, Richard. Thank you for being here today. When you join the military, you grow up. Most of us join as a teenager or in our early 20s, and we get to experience life at its fullest. From day one, critical life decisions, very critical life decisions. You learn discipline in the military, which will take you far in life. You are on your own when you're in the military, and every decision you make has consequences. You learn to work well with others in the military. We come from every different race, creed, and background. You are part of a team where every single person's job matters. You form bonds of friendship and camaraderie with your fellow sailors or soldiers. You build trust with others. You earn a decent income in the military. There are many advancement opportunities in the military, and you stay physically fit. My story is not unlike many others. I came from a small town. I struggled in high school. I went to VOTEC. And when I graduated high school, I needed a job. My father took me and my younger brother on vacation as soon as I graduated, and we went to San Diego, where I had an older brother that was a naval officer assigned to a ship. During that vacation, I got to see what he did in the Navy, and I also met a very nice young lady. When I come home from that vacation, I wanted to go back to California because I like California and I like the young lady. And how could I get to California? I joined the Navy, no lie. In my family, my mom and dad had 7 children, 5 boys and 2 girls. If you add up the total military service from their children and their spouses, it is 128 years. That's significant. And if we include the grandchildren, like Richard and his brother-in-law, and the great-grandchildren, it's much more significant than that. Anyway, I joined the Navy, and lo and behold, I got to go back to California, to the Navy, and that young lady I met yesterday, we celebrated 43 years of marriage. The Navy, the military has very, very good benefits. Very good benefits. When my first enlistment come up, my wife was the one that convinced me to stay in the Navy. I wanted to get out and I wanted to come back home. So, I thought about it. I like the Navy. I like the lifestyle. I like going to sea. I like the challenges it presented. I like the travel. I like the adventures. I like the excitement. And I like the retirement pay. And I like the medical benefits that came with this. To the students, most veterans will tell you that the military was a great experience and they would do it all over again. Most veterans will tell you that military service is the best thing a young person can do. What happens when we retire and come into civilian life? Some continue their education. 2 examples. My friend Michael Price earned a degree while on active duty, continued his education upon retirement, and became a CEO of a major nonprofit in West Virginia. Michael, well done. To Stacy Fike and her husband Blaine, they both had 20+ years of service. They retired. They went to WVU. They received degrees in electrical engineering, mathematics, and Spanish, and now they're teachers. Well done, Stacy and Blaine. And there's many other veterans sitting out here that served in the military and went on, and they served their community, and they served their fellow man, even upon retirement, sometimes more so than they did in the military. So veterans, well done to you. Another good thing about the military, if you decide to go in and get your technical training and get out, military often receives hiring preferences. So it's a very good option for people. In closing, I would like to ask all students to give thoughtful consideration to the military. I will encourage the students to foster patriotism. I encourage you to talk to veterans. I encourage you to support veterans' causes. And I would like to give kudos to Kaiser High School. In the past, many times in the past, they have helped our VFW and American Legion place flags on Memorial Day. Your band has always played when we've asked them to. So thank you for supporting your veterans. With that said, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the Space Force, the Coast Guard, one team, one fight. We are the best force ever assembled in the history. Our fighting force is second to none. So students, Kaiser High, veterans, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to ramble. God bless you guys.
We would like to take this moment to recognize each branch. Veterans, if you are able, please rise when you hear your branch song. Army. Navy. Coast Guard. Air Force. Marines. Space Force. We would now like to a moment of silence for the ones who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Please stand as Celia Cole plays taps.
I would now like to introduce Mr. Pui, an Air Force veteran that was first class and enlisted.
Good morning, everyone. On this Veterans Day, we pause our normal lives to honor a group of people who chose to live an abnormal life. A life defined by duty, by sacrifice, and by the relentless knowledge that freedom does not come free. I have been blessed to be considered a part of this community by serving in the United States Air Force. This auditorium is filled with students, teachers, parents, and community leaders, but most importantly is graced by our veterans. A veteran is not just someone who served. A veteran is someone who signed an invisible, eternal contract with the American people. That contract states, "I will go where you need me, I will fight when you call me, and I will stand between chaos in your way of life, no matter the cost." To every veteran here today, and to every family that has shared a loved one with our nation, thank you. You are the shields of our republic, and the reason we teach, we learn, and we dream freely. We honor the veterans of the greatest generation who stormed the beaches and ended tyranny. We honor those who stood guard through the long, uncertain tensions of the Cold War. We honor the soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines who have stood on the front lines in the war on terrorism throughout the Middle East and in every dark corner where liberty is threatened. Every one of them made a promise to put the mission above themselves, to put their unit above their own safety, to put their country above everything else. It is a promise best captured by the heart of the American service member. The late great songwriter and patriot Toby Keith gave us the words that speak to the soul of every soldier, sailor, and airman. "I do not want to die for you, but if dying is asked of me, I'll bear that cross with honor, because freedom does not come free. I am an American soldier." This concept, that silent, heavy acceptance of the ultimate sacrifice, is the thread that connects every generation of American military service member. Today, however, I'd like to take a moment to correct a grave historical oversight. I would like to recognize a generation of veterans who answered their nation's call with courage and duty, only to return home to indifference or worse, outright disrespect. To the men and women who served in the Vietnam War, you were sent to fight a complex, agonizing, and bitter conflict. You faced enemy fire, tropical disease, and crushing weight of duty in a far-off place. You carried your cross with honor. But when you finally returned home, exhausted and forever changed, you did not receive the hero's welcome that you deserved. Your service was politicized, your sacrifice ignored, and in some cases, you were even villainized. Today in this place, we want you to know, with all certainty and gratitude in our hearts, your service was honorable, your sacrifice is recognized, and your country is forever in your debt. If you served in the United States military during Vietnam era, we ask you to please now stand if you are able to. Thank you. Thank you for answering when your country called. Welcome home. To all of our veterans present today, from every era and branch of service, we see you. We see the discipline you carried, the strength you developed, and the quiet dignity with which you continue to serve our communities. Your lessons to us is simple. Commitment is everything. You teach us what it truly means to put something bigger than ourselves first. Students, let us not reserve one day just to say thank you. Let us carry this profound gratitude every day, living lives worthy of freedom that they have sacrificed for us. Finally, I would like to thank all those teachers and students who have taken their time out of their very busy schedules to help make this program a success. We are truly united as a unified team in honoring our veterans. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce the person who has helped spearhead this entire program, She is not only an incredible educator, but also a veteran herself. Please help me in welcoming Ms. Fike to the mic.
Good morning. As we close today, I want to say from the heart, thank you. To our veterans, your courage and sacrifice have inspired all of us. We are grateful for the example you've set. I am proud of our students for the respect and effort they've shown in the weeks leading up to now, and proud to be a part of Kaiser High School staff who work hard to teach not just lessons, but values. Let's carry the spirit of gratitude we felt here and remember, freedom is a gift, and it's because of our veterans. Students, please return to your first block class. If you are here with a veteran, please escort them to the cafeteria to enjoy a breakfast that Mrs. Stephen and her students have prepared for us.